Welcome all of you once again. We are discussing about bioinorganic chemistry, that is CHI 332 section first, which is related with the biomolecules or metallobiomolecules. In the last lecture, we had discuss regarding the topic which is related with the syllabus and hemoglobin and myoglobin, that is oxyform and deoxyform of hemoglobin and the myoglobin, right. In the last lecture, I had completed deoxyform and oxyform of hemoglobin, structure of hemoglobin and myoglobin. My question is that find what is the geometry of hemoglobin molecule in oxyform and the deoxyform, right. Definitely you will get answer and contact me. Okay. Now in this lecture we want to discuss about non-heme proteins. Non-heme proteins. Right? What is a non-heme protein actually? Non-heme protein, that means the proteins or the biomolecules or metallobiomolecules which does not contain heme unit, like hemoglobin or the myoglobin. Right one? Now in the non-heme protein we want to discuss in this lecture regarding hemerythrin and hemocyanin. Right? Both are the non-heme protein because they does not contain heme part. Okay. So first would like to discuss about hemerythrin. Right? So what is hemerythrin? Hemerythrin is a non-heme protein which contains ferrous atom. Right? It is work as transport of oxygen transport in vertebrates, right. It is non-porphinoid protein. It is non-porphinoid protein because it does not contain porphyrin ring, right. It is made up of 8 units. Okay. Which one 8 unit we will definitely discuss in a structure while we draw the structure, and such 8 units are combined with each other to form the one molecule of hemerythrin having the molar mass near about 1,08,000 units, right. This is the important features of the hemerythrin. Now what is the structure? In the hemerythrin, as it is work as a transport of oxygen, therefore it having two forms. One is oxyform and second one is a deoxyform, right. What are the difference between oxyform and deoxyform? Let's draw the structure. In the hemerythrin there are two ferrous atoms are present. These are linked by upper side with the hydroxyl group. At the lower side there is aspartate as amino acid and glutamate as also amino acid. Both the ferrous are linked with the nitrogen or protein parts, right. These are the 6 nitrogens of histidine. This is also nitrogen of histidine and histidine. Now what are the features? Here hemerythrin, right. This is deoxyform. So what are the important features of this hemerythrin in a deoxyform? 2 Fe atoms are present, right, are present. These both Fe atoms are in +2 oxidation state. As these are in +2 oxidation state, therefore this is paramagnetic in nature, right. This is paramagnetic in nature, and these Fe, both Fe are in high spin state. High spin state. These are the features of this deoxyform. When this deoxyform gains oxygen molecule, right, during this transportation process, when this deoxyform gains the oxygen molecule, this molecule is converted into the intermediate, right. In this intermediate some changes are taking place. Which are changes taking place? In this deoxyform, oxygen is attached with this hydrogen. When the intermediate is formed and this hemerythrin molecule combines with the oxygen, this bond between OH, that is oxygen and hydrogen, is converted into hydrogen bond. How? Here the first Fe atom, this is the second Fe atom. Now this is aspartate, this is glutamate. These are the nitrogens of histidine. Right? This O, now this is the hydrogen bond. This hydrogen forms bonding with the oxygen and ferrous. This is the oxyform. In this oxyform, which are the changes are taking place? Here we can see that this Fe is in +2 oxidation state, this is also in a +2 oxidation state. Now, what are the changes? This is the oxyform, right? What are the changes are taking place, or what are the differences in oxyform and the deoxyform? In the deoxyform, both Fe are in +2 oxidation state, while in oxyform, one Fe remains as it is in +2 oxidation state, but second Fe converts into the +3 oxidation state because it binds with the oxygen molecule, right? That means here one Fe in +2 oxidation state and other is in +3 oxidation state in the intermediate, right? Both Fe in a low spin, right? Both Fe are in the low spin, and this is anti-ferromagnetic, right? This is anti-ferromagnetic in nature for the Fe, right? This is about the oxyform, and this is about the deoxyform of hemerythrin, right? In the hemerythrin, such 8 units are combined with each other to form the single molecule having the molar mass 1,08,000 units, right? Now, the second non-heme protein is hemocyanin, right? Though it having the name hemocyanin, it is confusingly named as a hemocyanin because it does not contain heme as a part and cyanide also as a part of this structure, right? Hemocyanin. What are the important features of hemocyanin? It is also non-heme protein, right? It is used for function. It is do the function, that is oxygen carrier in invertebrates. In this hemocyanin, copper metal is present. This copper is in +1 oxidation state, right? No linkage between copper, the copper, and important feature is that this is also known as blue protein or blue blood, right? These are the important features of the hemocyanin. Now, what is the structure of hemocyanin? As I already stated, hemocyanin contains copper atoms. There are 2 copper atoms are present in the structure of hemocyanin, and there is no any linkage between this copper. The internuclear distance between the copper atoms in the structure of hemocyanin is near about 460 picometer, right? This copper are linked with the proteinous part, that is linked with the via nitrogen in histidine. Okay, as it do the function of oxygen carrier, therefore there are 2 forms of hemocyanin. One is deoxyform. When it gains the oxygen, it is converted into oxyform. Right? So first, regarding about the deoxyform, here no linkage. I am writing here features of the structure. No linkage between copper. Then internuclear distance between the copper atoms is near about 460 picometer. both copper are in +1 oxidation state, both the coppers are in +1 oxidation state, right, and it is dimagnetic in nature. Dimagnetic in nature, right. When this gains the oxygen, what are the changes are taking place in the structure, right. When it gains the oxygen, this copper forms a complex with the oxygen. How? Right. Now the internuclear distance between these two copper, the two copper metal atoms are come closer to each other, and now internuclear distance near about 360 picometer, right. Remaining part is the same. This is nitrogen, this is nitrogen, this is nitrogen of histidine, histidine, histidine. This is nitrogen of his. Right. What are the features now? Here the oxygen form complex with the both copper, therefore oxidation state of both copper changes from +1 to +2 oxidation state. Both copper are in +2 oxidation state, right. Internuclear distance between two copper atom is near about 360 picometer, right, and the magnetic nature of the copper is antiferromagnetic, right. These copper are in antiferromagnetic nature, right. This is about the deoxy form and this is oxy form of hemocyanin, right. Now one homework for you, I just discuss here. You should have to make a chart. Which one chart? Here property, right. We discuss about hemoglobin, myoglobin, hemerythrin and hemocyanin. It is a comparison study. Comparatively, you should have to study these 4 metallobiomolecules at same time. I will not draw the whole chart. I will just give idea regarding that, right. Which one property you should have to compare? Oxidation state and color. Oxidation state and color. First is metal present. Which one metal present? Then oxidation state and color. Then molecular weight, right. Then magnetic nature. This is magnetic nature, right. Hemoglobin ferrous is contained, myoglobin ferrous is contained, hemerythrin ferrous is contained, and hemocyanin copper is present. Copper metal is present, right. What is the molar mass? Hemoglobin having molar mass near about 64,500. Here 16,700. Here hemerythrin having molar mass 1,08,000 and this 4 lakh to hemocyanin 4 lakh to 2 some crore or 4 lakhs to 2 crore, right. Subunit hemoglobin 2 subunits are present. Myoglobin only one subunit is present. Hemerythrin 8 subunits are present, while in hemocyanin many subunits are interlinked with each other. What is the magnetic nature? This is paramagnetic in nature, hemoglobin. What is myoglobin? Myoglobin is hemoglobin both para and dimagnetic in nature, because there are 2 oxidation state of ferrous, right, in oxyform and deoxyform. Okay. Then it is myoglobin also para and dimagnetic in nature. Hemerythrin is paramagnetic in nature and antiferromagnetic in nature, while hemocyanin is also dimagnetic and antiferromagnetic in nature, right. So comparatively make the chart. It is for homework, right. You should have to submit. If you feel any problem, ask me, as I already stated to you. Okay, this is sufficient about hemoglobin, myoglobin, hemerythrin and hemocyanin biometallomolecules, right. definitely you should have to read further, okay, though use reference books, though use Wikipedia or Google. My suggestion is that for the bio inorganic chemistry you should have to refer Wikipedia, because a lot of a brief knowledge is given which will useful for your university examination as well as competitive examinations too, right? So thank you all of you, thank you.